Look, we'll talk about that over, but that's where the money at.
Yeah. What you bought?
Life.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
What up,
JB, what's the name of the podcast?
Nigga, it's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. What's up, beautiful people? I am No Breaks New, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I catch it. If you got it, I match it. Each and every week, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people. Randy T, talk to him, man.
Hey, it's your man Randy T. Man Up Monday is where you will always find me. Let's go.
Let's get it, man. I'm glad y'all here with us this week. We got a pretty daggone exciting show. A lot of crazy things been going down.
Man, it's been a crazy week, right?
Yeah. I'm just sitting here. Oh, okay. I see how we do this. Gotta make sure I get this the YouTube live going. But matter of fact, Randy,
what's up, Clarissa? Clarissa back. I missed you last week. You know, you our number one fan. I expect to hear, like, when you're not gonna be online, like,
you need to let somebody know.
You let somebody know. Welcome back.
That's what's
Clarissa's
up. That's what's
back.
Up. Let's do our hello. Yeah, that's a throwback right there. Let me matter of fact, where is our hello so that I can do what you just said, man? Give me 1 second. I'm going to get this hello going real quick.
Let's go.
Hey, did somebody move my drops?
I appreciate you too, Clarissa. Like, I missed you last week, right? I asked knew about you. I knew y'all had the little trip and stuff, but you good, right? Welcome back.
Boom. All right, hello. Let's get it.
Now, high-low. Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna let you go first, Randy.
Hey, I'll go first. I'll tell you, and somebody who brought this up to me, and I know she probably watching it. Thank you for that. This week we had a conference. I was a volunteer for a teen conference about teens, because everybody know that everybody who know me know that I believe, and I don't just talk about giving back. I practice giving back, and especially with young men, right? That's what I live for. And we had a teen conference. It was a teen conference that I volunteered to be a part of. I see you, Dre. Appreciate you. And I was there, and some stuff went on, you know what I mean? I was there and I volunteered for a couple of days at the conference, but I ain't thinking nothing of it, because I don't ever do anything expecting recognition or doing it for somebody to say that I have a title or to acknowledge. I do what I do for the love that's in my heart, or the passion of it. And so being part of that, it was a charisma conference. The kids, it was pouring into the teens, because the kids are our future, right? So what we pour into the teens of this day, that's what we're going to be in the future. So, again, thinking nothing of it, but today I teach them also on third Sunday, on fourth Sundays, I facilitate a class with teenagers. And I was totally unexpected they stood up and all of them like got together and wanted to talk about what I meant to them and how much it meant to them for me being there for them. And that was because I wasn't expecting it, didn't need it, didn't want it, and didn't even realize it. But when they said it, and they was like, all of them talked amongst themselves and came together. And I was like, you know what? We want to tell Randy that we appreciate everything that he does for us. And that was my high, right? That was my high of the week, that I poured into the young people and they recognized it and they gave back. That was good. That was my high. Thanks, Dre. She recognized it for me.
Now, did you have a low?
Now my low is that, and man, you talked about it earlier before this, that because I've been in sales conferences and all of this stuff, that I've been traveling for work and all this, so I haven't really been able to be in the office. So my month has been my lowest month of the year, work wise, production wise. And so that was my low, that because I have a standard for myself, and I got to the 31st. I got a couple of more days, right? And I got one case that can make it all up if I close it. But where I'm at now, like my low is that I'm beneath my standards. And one thing that we heard in the conference this week, and it's something that I want to post, and I'm gonna I want a picture of this phrase. One of the speakers said that the opposite of success is not failure, it is mediocrity. And that right there hit me so hard, right? I was like, I need that on a post-it. Like, I need to look at that I need that in my eyesight every day. That, because so many times we think that the opposite of success is failure. No, the opposite of success is not failure, it's mediocrity, right? And
mediocrity.
Yes, come on.
Mm-hmm. I just put it up,
and that's my high and low.
All right, boom. I like it. I would say for myself, my high, I'm still riding the high Costa Rica, to be totally honest.
You should be. You should be, like, for another 2 weeks. At least another week.
Yeah. But what I love about it is it got my mind like, all right, dog. You know what I'm saying? 4 seasons, Costa Rica. This is what your life is supposed to be like all the time. We got to keep it at this level. Don't go to Costa Rica and come back and be broke. You know, come back and can't go back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've been changed by that experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to maintain that standard. So that my high is just feeding off that energy and applying it to every facet of my life. I'm looking at, women I speak to. I'm looking at work. I'm looking at the podcast. I'm looking at everything. And I'm like, everything has to be on that top level. This is who I am now. I can't go back. You know what I'm saying? And then, so ultimately the low is when you see things that aren't quite on that level. And I got work to do. So you can look at it as a low. I mean, that is the closest thing to a low, but I know that I have goals. I know I have goals for this YouTube channel, which is @NoBreaksNew. Make sure you like and subscribe there, because Facebook and Meta are not cutting big enough checks. So I want everybody to go over to YouTube. If you're not watching this on YouTube, I want to beg you, ask you, please, that you watch it on YouTube. Because that's what and subscribe on YouTube and on Apple, by the way. It's a Pod Named Kickback on all your podcast platforms. The YouTube channel is No Breaks News.
Everywhere we at, period.
Everywhere. We're on Spotify, Apple,
pop up anywhere.
YouTube, like Christian Mingle. We everywhere.
Christian Mingle.
We everywhere. We everywhere. And I'll say that I do have somebody asked what my second half of the year goals were, and I just felt like, man, what that like I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw it out there. Yes, sir. Bacon burger dog. I'm gonna throw it out there. This is my end of the year goals. Just so you guys know, second half of the year. I'm gonna make 100,000 between now and the end of the year. An additional 100,000. I'm I want to lose 25 pounds. I want to get the YouTube channel.
Wait. Let's stop there. What do you weigh now?
I gotta say it on the air.
Yeah, if you trying to say a goal that you want to lose, you just threw it out there that you want to lose 25 pounds off of what?
Yesterday I was at 219.
Okay.
So I really want to lose 26. I want to get to 195.
What's your goal weight? 195.
My goal weight is 180 something, just in the 80s. I want to get under the 90s. That is my
you want to be Tupac
ultimate
weight? You
goal.
want to be 185? Like Tupac?
That might be a little light. Maybe 189 or 188 and a half.
Yeah, I can't be. I feel like anything under like 190 is like people want to try you state.
You're probably right. That's why the first level is 195, and then we'll reassess at 195. We'll go, all right, 195. Right. How does this look? Am I a bobblehead now? You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out after that. But I'm always accountable to this. That's right. So 100,000 over the next, and I figured out that's about 10,000 a week in sales. Yep. That's about 10,000 a week in sales. So we got to hit around 8, 9, 10,000 every week. That's about a pound loss a week. I want to get the YouTube channel. I want to triple the YouTube channel numbers. So we got that's going to be a lot of work as well.
We going for on YouTube?
And we got to crack 1,000 because I looked at the Facebook numbers. We were hitting 3,000-4,000 views.
We trying to hit 1,000. Click on our YouTube. Don't do the Facebook.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Where we at? Zuckerberg ain't giving us no love.
Yeah, exactly. We shadow banned. I was looking at the thing earlier, 4,000 views, 3,000 views, 2,000 views, and now last week we was at 300 and was lucky to get that. Well, because Facebook has told me we shadow banned. I can't go live on Instagram. I can't even go live on Instagram. Like they won't let me. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm a troublemaker. And we'll get into why I'm a troublemaker in a minute.
You are.
Yeah,
you
man.
Are a troublemaker though. But
hey, people
who change the world make trouble though. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's all good. I ain't reading your shirt.
We gotta bring this back to this is the podcast merch. This is a word I actually created.
Yes, sir.
Save, and it says Save is an expression that exemplifies choosing peace over stress, no matter the situation. This is from the podcast merch, and we were selling these like during the pandemic heavy, and I got away from it. So I want to make sure I bring all that back. I was born a troublemaker. Jive. So having said all that, man, let's get into the actual podcast. And I know why y'all here. Y'all are here because of our viral story of the week. And
my left stroke just went viral.
The biggest story that was on social media this week was that President Biden has stepped down. He will not be running for president, as we alluded to last week, me and Randy. And this week, Kamala Harris officially announced, she was officially endorsed by all the major endorsers. I endorsed her. I endorsed her myself. They were like, Barack and Michelle endorsed her. They're like, and no breaks new. I was like, yes, exactly. And a podcast, a Pod Named Kickback. We have endorsed Kamala Harris. And I guess she's a polarizing figure. Some people were very, very happy. Some people were very, very upset. And I talked to some of the dumbest niggas on Facebook you can imagine. I call them the folk, the fake woke. They on there talking about that little. Well, I'll do it this way. Kamala Harris is the official candidate for the Democratic Party to replace seated President Joe Biden. There was no primary election because she usually, when a president can't perform his duties due to health reasons, the vice president takes over. It's not really anything different in this situation. She's taking over, and all of the candidates that would have won against her have all come out and endorsed her. So there's nobody to run against her unless Randy or myself decide to run. But she will be the Democratic nominee. She has raised over $200 million since she announced. I was on the call for Black Men for Kamala. We were. I know that there was a Black woman for Kamala. There was a white dudes for Kamala. There was gay Americans for Kamala. People are coming out of the
Dre
wound.
on now. She was on it and she gave me the feedback of that call. She watched it.
Was she was on the white dudes for Kamala? Which one was she?
No,
on?
she was on the women for Kamala.
I know.
The women for Kamala.
And that was great, man. And I was really pleased to see the people that came out and that supported in record numbers, especially when they did the white women for Kamala. I was like, damn, because they raised more money than everybody. So I was really pleased about that until I went on Facebook and saw everybody going, all she do is lock black men up. No, she didn't. Just do some research, buddy. Stop reading what you see on the internet. Then I heard, oh, but there's rumors she's been fucking everybody. She fucked her way to the top. Okay, where's the proof of this? Where'd you hear it? Who told you? We know Donald Trump grabs him in the pussy. He told us that out of his mouth. So why Kamala Harris, who's married, why her sexual past is of anybody's business, why it's of any importance, is just ridiculous. That's small-minded people that's talking about, she slept her way to the top. Well, you know that Trump just packed the Supreme Court. Now there's no more abortions. Roe v. Wade. You know that Trump just made it so the next incoming president has total immunity. You know that Trump just said he's trying to get federal immunity for all police officers so they can do their job. Those are the things we should be talking about. You should not be talking to me about who the fuck Kamala Harris fucked. It's so stupid when there's so many bigger issues on the table. The young queen, Sonya, who was just murdered, called the police herself to her home. They came in and murdered her in cold blood. That fucking cop said, I'm going to shoot you in your face. And then he shot her in the fucking face. And you talking to me about who Kamala might have fucked. It's just stupidity. It's ignorance. It's the epitome of being distracted. It's the epitome of being sheep. That the most important thing you're worried about isn't the Supreme Court being packed. It isn't that Trump just said that after this election, if he wins, you'll never have to vote again. That he's going to turn this into some kind of dictatorship. He's saying it in front of the world. He's not whispering. He's saying it. The fact that he said he's going to give police immunity. The fact that we had an insurrection where his same innocent talk, the things he just says, led to a goddamn insurrection where a police officer was killed on Capitol Hill. Those are the things you're talking about. You want to talk about, I heard Kamala fuck some people. That's the extent of your fucking concern of the country, of the world, or the future for yourself and your kids and your spouses, and that's all you worried about is what did Kamala suck. You sound like a fucking idiot. And I've been cussing people out on Facebook all week to the point where, what is quote at? Because this is why I'm not cussing people out no more. Because I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. I realize I have a mental illness that makes me think that people will change their minds if I present correct arguments with the appropriate facts and data. And I realize that is just not the world we live in. People are not changing their mind no matter what facts you bring, no matter what information you give them. It's cognitive dissonance. Meaning they want to believe, but they want to believe. They want to go with what makes them comfortable.
Say that again. Is what?
Cognitive dissonance. Even when presented with when you're presented with new information, you still do not change from what your original thought was. You just want to think what you want to think, no matter what facts appear. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, if I find out, the real way is not being Muslim, is being Christian, I'm gonna switch. I don't want to be right. I want to be correct. You know what I'm saying? If I find out the way to go is Buddhist, I'm just going to switch. I don't have no ego in it because it ain't about me being right. It's about me being correct. And I think a lot of people could benefit from that. Don't try to be right. Try to be correct. And that way it's not about you beating your chest. It's about having the correct information. And Randy, I'm gonna toss it over to you because I did enough of this on Facebook. I've been arguing on Facebook all week. And y'all have heard what I had to say. You saw that? Because these dudes, man, the fake woke, they're sitting around going, one dude said to me,
I saw
you talking about
don't give him no love.
Okay.
Don't give him no shout out. I saw it. Don't do it. Don't even give them. But I'm gonna say this, Carissa, women empowering women, absolutely. Like she's
going to be running against Trump's. Biden is still the active president. He just will not run again. But when his term ends in, what is that, January, when his term ends, he will step down and the next president will either be Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, or Randy T. It's one of them three.
Right. What up, Jay? What up, Geronimo? What I'm gonna say with this is that I try heavily to stay away from politics. And I personally, I'm an independent, right? And I vote independent because I'm always going to vote for the candidate that reflects my values, my morals, and what I support personally. So I'm always for values over party, right? I'm never going to choose a political party over what I believe in. And that's just where I'm at. So whether they fall in a Democrat, a Republican, Libertarian, whatever, if what they're saying represents what I believe, that's who I will vote for. I'm gonna vote my conscience, right? And that's just how I roll. Now, what's happening is that, and I encourage everybody to do the same. Do not let any political party, based on what they've done in the past or even in the present, and especially what they've promised for the future, let that be the helps make you make the evaluation of how you're going to give your vote today, right? Don't
what you said, Randy? That was kind of the guy kind of called me. I've never had a candidate that I thought spoke to my morals and my values. Like, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not even really don't consider myself independent or egalitarian. I consider myself just like I'm right now. I'm just anti-Trump. Kamala, right. To be totally honest, I'm not disrespecting the Queen. I am not on that BS. She ain't really saying nothing to move me. Yeah, she's not moving the needle for me. I just know what Trump wants to do. Like, I know what he's already accomplished. People think that the Roe v. Wade happened when Biden was in the White House. That's because of who Trump put in the Supreme Court. So I know what he's trying to do. This man, I'm saying he will never have another election again after he wins. He's going to make it so the president can stay as long as he wants because he has that immunity. The Supreme Court has now given the president the power to do so much, and even the things that he can't legally do, he has influence over the legislative, executive, judicial branches where he can kind of go, look, I want you to do this. Yeah, I want you to do this and do that. I need you guys to get this shit done. Because you can see what he's getting done. He's not president. He is not the president. Those laws that the Supreme Court just passed are because of what he wants. So I am not a Democrat. I you know what, everybody back in the day used to be like, Bill Clinton, the first black president. I was like, no, he's not. He's white. He don't impress me playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. He talks shit about Farrakhan. And I ain't never liked Bill Clinton. So I was never a Democrat. I didn't vote for Bill neither time. I wasn't voting back then because I said I don't believe in voting for the lesser of two evils. And Bill Clinton is still evil, just like George Bush. So I'm not voting for Bill Clinton. And I didn't start voting until Obama. No, I voted for somebody. I voted for Al Gore because somebody told me if you don't vote, then you don't have the right to complain. And I heard that, and I was like,
it's true.
So I went and voted.
It's true. Say that again.
Honestly, I'll say it, but I don't know if I believe it because I'm gonna complain regardless. But it worked on me. The saying is, if you don't vote, you don't have the right to complain. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And the one time I voted, the first time I voted was for Al Gore, and Jeb Bush stole the election from him, and he bowed down like a pussy.
Let's deal with that though. Like, why?
Yeah, I'm just giving history. I'm just giving history. Okay. So he bowed down like a pussy and didn't even fight back for the election. So I'm like, I voted, and my vote didn't even count. They did this electoral college, and the regular people's vote don't count now. And I was all confused about that and mad about that. But that's neither here nor there. I started voting with Obama. Well, after that, I voted for Obama because it was history. But I'm not a Democrat. But I'm anti-Trump. I see what Trump is trying to do. I see how it's going to negatively impact me and mine. So when I vote, I don't have a candidate that speaks to me like Randy said. No candidate has ever spoken to me. No candidate has ever been in line with my morals. I can't vote my conscience. There's never been a candidate on the ballot that represented my conscience. So I admire people who say that, like, damn, somebody spoke to you, and nobody ever spoke to me. None of the Obama, nobody. I ain't none of them touched me nowhere where I was like, man, this is my candidate. I've never experienced it. I've always just voted against people. And so if a candidate doesn't touch you, pause, you don't have to just sit the election out. No candidate has ever spoken to me, ever. I just typically vote against people. In this election, I'm voting against Trump. But go ahead, man. Don't want to talk back to what you were saying. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you just said something that really spoke to me.
Yeah. No, you're good. And Geronimo, you wanna post that in there? Go ahead, do that.
Yeah, we'll read it
because we'll share it because I'm sure a lot of people would like to know what that means and maybe could want to be a part of it, or they might hate it. I don't know. Let's see. But that is what is when it comes to politics, I think everybody should always vote your conscience. Like, you know, and that's my best advice. I don't have political arguments with anyone anytime about anything, because like I said in the beginning, how you vote, it reflects your morals and your values and the things that's important to you. So if and that's the way that you should always vote. But just believe that your vote matters. That's the only thing that I want, especially my people who are watching. Your vote matters. Like they expect that our vote is always, which and this is what I don't like about politics, is why I am an independent and I just vote my conscience, because every party automatically assumes the black vote. And Democrats have been one that have been notorious for automatically assuming that they have to do nothing to earn our vote. And I want to say this to everybody who's watching this now. It's not about when you get to the presidential election, it is too late. The votes, the places that you need to be voting, pay attention to the Senate votes, the Senate elections, and the Congress election. The people that you are voting into Congress, to the House and the Senate, those are really the most important times that you need to be on the ballot box and understand who's going in there, because those are the people that represent you from where you're from. So if you're watching now, who is your local representative from your state? If you don't know who that is, Google that. Contact them and tell them that I need to know what you're standing for me for. And they will have to respond to you because they want your vote. But what they always count on is that we will never do our due diligence. We just listen to whatever CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, or Headline News, whatever your favorite is. Most of us, AP News, we just listen to what they tell us, and then we hit the ballot box based on that, based on the information that they given us. No, research. Like, make everybody earn your vote. Get to your congressman, get to the House representatives and the people who are representing you on Senate, because those are the people that the president needs to make his votes to whatever he wants to get done. He needs them, right? So those are the people who are really making a decision. By the time it hit the president's table, it's already been through all of us fighting over what we want or what we don't want, and it just comes to the president's desk and it'd be like, say yes or no. So when we get to that point, it's too late. Like right now it's Kamala, it's Trump. It's too late. It's too late. Now we got to live with whoever come out of this. Get to the ballots before we get here. Find out who is representing you in Congress. They getting paychecks. They're getting jobs. They have jobs every week, every year, getting paid crazy money, saying that they are representing you. When they stand in front of Congress, they're saying, hey, I'm representing New in Atlanta. This is what I got to say for him, right? And you voted that person in. So, like, that's what it is.
Do your due diligence, like Randy said, and make sure you're abreast of what's going on all levels. Your local city council. Those are things that affect your city. Those are things that affect your neighborhood. Like I know there's in Lawrenceville, a particular area where they didn't want to have a lot of bus stops. They didn't want to have a lot of buses. They didn't want to have a lot of houses. It was like peaceful, kind of quiet, kind of country. And the tenants loved it that way. The homeowners loved it that way. And they had to do a vote. We want to bring another bus through here. No more buses. We all drive. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no buses. We don't want more bus stops. We don't want none of that. And they actually had to, go back and forth with their local councilmen. Like, no, don't turn this into, we don't want to be Atlanta. We Lawrenceville. We want a nice and chill out here. So you'd be surprised what you can affect. Your schooling districts. Everything Randy said is 100% true. I would just add that the presidential election is important. It still counts.
Absolutely.
But all of it counts. It's like when you deal with a woman, you gotta do the foreplay, you gotta have sex, you have to have the post-coitus, you gotta do the whole thing. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You gotta say the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You say the whole thing. Exactly. And the Congress is the Senate is every 2 years. The Congress is Congress every 2 years. Senate every 4. I don't forget.
I'm not sure, but Andrea, who's on, she works on Congress. She works on the Hill, so she knows.
And Andrea, one is 2 years, one is 4 years. I'm gonna guess the Senate is 2 and Congress is 4. Congress is 6. Oh yeah, it's 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Yeah, I almost got it. You know what I'm saying?
You was almost there. You was almost there.
But I do want to move on because this is no longer a political podcast. When JB would say rest in peace, JB, I love you, bro. He made us the political podcast. That's when he was calling us the Black CNN. We still going to address those issues because we got to hold it down for our people. Make sure y'all know what's what. He would have went
way deeper if he was still here. He broke it down like nothing. Like we couldn't even get into it the way that he was. Love you, man.
That's the Harvard graduate.
We join you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. What else we got to talk about here this week? This is something that means something to me.
Congress is 2, Senate is 6. So remember, every 2 years, get these people out. Get out and vote, y'all.
Yep.
Get out.
We're not doing what they're supposed to do. Get them out of there.
Right. If y'all don't like what's happening in your community, these Congress and Senate votes, get out. Find out who the people who are making the decisions. Because the Congress and the Senate, those are the people who are making the decision where your kids go to school at, with funding and where money is going in and out of the community. These are the people who are making those decisions. It's not the president. Like, he just signing off over all, but he don't know the day-to-day. The people who know what's going on in your city, Congress, Senate, find out who those people are in your city.
And if you've ever heard people talk about, well, Obama tried to do this, but they kept blocking them. It was the Congress and the Senate. So you want to be mindful because it's because you have the president there. If he's not willing to be like, poke his chest out like George Bush Jr. did, we go on to war. They shot at my daddy. I don't care what they think. Or Donald Trump doing these executive orders. If the president don't have the balls to do these executive orders, then the Congress and the Senate can kind of overthrow, filibuster everything he wants to do away. So be mindful of that. And our kickback conversation. Now, this is something that should be political. I don't have a drop for that. I'm gonna say,
be cool, baby. Okay.
All right, be cool, baby. We're gonna bring right now.
It worked.
Yeah. Kickback conversation this week. I have been saying for years that I wanted Black History Month moved. I initially wanted to be in June because June was Black Music Month. And I felt like, well, that's Black Music Month. That should be Black History Month. And then our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQIA community claim June is their month, which I was a little salty about, but whatever. Take it. I want August. Black History Month should be a month where there is school, and most people go back to school, junior high school, elementary, high school, college in August. So there will be enough curriculum, enough one way for 2-3 weeks of education in school. It's also a summer month, so we can do our Black History vacation. You know, Black people want to have a barbecue. I also do because it's Juneteenth. It should have been in June, but I'm giving that to the LGBT. So I think Black History Month should be in August. It's 31 days, which I like, not 28 or 29. And it's a summer month. It's a month that I think Black people, I think we just love a good barbecue. We love good, the sun out there hitting the melanin and all that shit. We thrive in the summer months. And I am pushing for Black History Month this year to be in August, which means August 1st to August 31st, I'm going to be dropping Black History facts, and I'm celebrating Black History. And if you with me, God diggity dog it, you celebrating Black History with me too for the whole month of August. Randy, what you think about that?
He just said, God diggity dog.
But that's how you know I meant it.
I'm sorry. Let me. That one right there has got me. Wow. But look, I think that Black History Month should definitely move on for February. I think because it being the shortest month of the year every year, to me, it's just a negative connotation of it being there. I personally think that it should be Juneteenth because of the history and everything that happened. That June would be the perfect. I think June would be the perfect time for Black History Month to be moved. And I hear it on, but I listen to it on both sides. Some say like, why do we need a Black History Month? Right? Like, it's not a White History Month. It's not a Spanish History Month. It's not any other nationality.
Actually, it is. See, Hispanic History Month. There's the gay history. The LGBTQ month is June now. Everybody has a month in America except white people because they got the year. So every group who's been marginalized does have a month.
All right,
they do.
I don't know about the June in the alphabet community. I'm gonna just refer to you on that and trust with your comments. But I still stand on that. My belief is that because of the history of what Juneteenth means to us as a people, and anybody who's watching this and you are Black and you don't know what Juneteenth represents, look it up and find out. That is our Cinco de Mayo, literally. But we should celebrate. You're right, Angela. Black history is every day. I agree, but when we talk about, we should celebrate, acknowledge, and know it every day. But if we're talking about it nationally and it being done on a national level, and we're saying we want everybody everywhere in all 50 states or across internationally to recognize a day that our people should be recognized for our contributions, for our sacrifices, for everything that we've contributed to society as a whole up until this day, should be celebrated everywhere in the world. Because if you look at our history, we have built the world. The Trans-America slave trade stretched to every continent, every. So that means everywhere that they were, that any civilization that was built, it was built by us and on our backs, on the backs of our people. All right. So That is why we deserve a national holiday. There's no other race can say. Now we got conquerors who've been there and done that, and they should get and they absolutely should be recognized for their accomplishments. But when you talk about the builders, right? And I didn't even know this until I made the pilgrimage to the National African American Museum, Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
I went there. I went there with JB.
Ever made it? That is the Mecca for Black people. You do not know Black history until you have spent at least 3 days in this place.
And it's the Civil Rights Museum here in Atlanta, but there's nothing like the African American History Museum. That is the one. But the Civil Rights Museum out here is something too. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to conflate the two because I think that there is African history that populated the world, and there is what I'll call ADOS, African descendants of slaves. We are a unique group, Black people here in America. That's no shade to my Jamaican brothers and sisters, my Haitian brothers and sisters, my African brothers and sisters, but we have a different story. If you're an African descendant of slaves, meaning you were brought over here on a boat, you didn't get off the boat and land somewhere else. You were brought to America. You went through slavery. You went through Jim Crow. You went through civil rights. You went through George Floyd.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock land on us.
God damn it. So I definitely, in Black History Month is for the African descendants of slaves. And so since we were the descendants of slaves, we have a particular story, and that does need to be told. And Randy, you made such a compelling argument. I do think it should be June. The only reason I back off of that is as a heterosexual Black man.
I ain't giving it to them.
Nah, we taking June our month. They're gonna be like, look at this. These are white people of our race. He's trying to take June from the gay people. So I'm not even August.
We already in there.
That's a couple days away. Yeah,
we already in June. Like
I know, but I just we can't proclaim that as heterosexual Black men. We can't come on. We can't go nowhere and say we want June is our right month. We can't. We just can't. I
don't know. Hey, we're gonna ask all y'all kickbackers who listening, what y'all think? I think we can.
Oh, what y'all think? Do we do it in June with Juneteenth?
Y'all think June? Y'all think August? Let drop your comments. What y'all think?
It needs to be the summer. June or August. I just don't want no smoke.
I already got Juneteenth shirts and all that stuff and everything. Like they can still do their thing. Like y'all have what y'all had. We was here first.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Here we go.
Wait a minute.
As a homosexual Black man, I prefer white male. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what that was about. I thought we were going to get some good information, but we did not. This niggas, Afro Dame dog is kind of your Black man is toxic. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, niggas, I see you came in just to be positive. I appreciate you. Good person.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I don't know who sent you. I'm not even gonna say the name because I'm not giving that whoever you followed a platform. All right. And back to the intelligent comments. Damn June. Hey, if you ain't got nobody trolling you, you ain't popping. I appreciate you niggas for coming and trolling because that lets me know that we are in fact popping. We appreciate you. And on that note, we got to get into our what the fuck story of the week. And you was almost the what the fuck story of the week, niggas. It was almost you. It's the every comment the niggas keep like Teresa. Okay, all right. But shout out to Tariq Nasheed. That is my guy. I fuck with him. Just don't fuck with you, but I fuck with him. What the fuck story of the week? Trump claims, as we spoke earlier, this will be the last election you will have to vote in because he's all the things he wants to do to create I guess, a form of a dictatorship. And we've kind of already dug into that. I just want to say very briefly, be mindful, do your research, check that out. And since we already discussed it, there's no real reason to go over it again. But I will talk about George Lang. Actually, I'm going to let y'all hear what he said. This is what George Lang said. And this is one of Trump's supporters.
Yeah, let's not put
Best men are the ones who suffered the most.
Oh, okay, George Lang. I don't know how you switched over there, but
Best men are the ones who suffered.
That's not George Lang either. See, they're trying to shadow ban me from playing this comment.
Fine. We got time.
I guess I'll just tell you what he said. He said that if Trump was the last chance to save the country, and if they did not win that election, it would take a civil war to bring the country back. And we know it was that kind of talk that led to the insurrection on January the 6th, which led the Trumpers, the blind supporters, the anti-patriotics, the anarchists to rush the Capitol, threatening to kill Mike Pence and make the first insurrection in our country's history that we were alive for. The first time we saw somebody try to overthrow the government, try to overthrow democracy, was based on Trump's rhetoric and the ignorant motherfuckers that follow him. I'll share real briefly. I was speaking to a 70-year-old white man the other day because, of course, I sell life insurance. For those of you who do or don't know, that's my daytime job. And he told me that he was complaining. He said he's broke since Biden got in office. He has no money. I said, well, what did Biden do? What happened? He said, well, my son's 51 and he keeps getting arrested and you got to pay for lawyers and all this stuff. I'm like, well, that sounds like your son is the problem, not Biden. He's like, nah, he's the problem. I said, no. You two are doing too much. Your son is the problem. That's the issue. And then he said he's going to get his KKK buddies and his biker buddies, and they're going on a killing spree. They can get rid of me and everybody like me. And I just said, this is why Trump's rhetoric is so dangerous. This is why when people try to say, I made more money under Trump, shut the fuck up. Do you understand what Trump is doing? Do you understand the messaging he's putting out there? Do you understand it's way more about that than it is, I need some extra money? This dude got these people ready to go to a civil war. They stormed the damn Capitol. He's telling them that if he wins again, there'll never be another election because he's never going to give up the seat till he dies. He's telling them that the police, you can keep killing unarmed black people because I'm going to give you immunity, federal immunity. He already said no more abortions, and we see how that's going. A couple of y'all got babies now you don't want because of this Trump shit.
Oh.
So be very mindful of what Trump is doing. It is not a game. It's not cute. Don't talk to me about who you think Kamala fucked. Does that really seem important now? Don't talk to me about whether she's Indian, West Indian, or black. Does that really seem important in comparison to what we're dealing with? And that's what I'll end that with. Unless you want to jump in there, Randy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have much to say about that, and we can move on. But we got niggas been dropping a lot of comments in that they are expendable black hashtags, niggas. I agree with you. And I believe most of everything that happens, it only runs 3 news cycles. And yes, Sandra is a tragedy. Sonya is a tragedy. And no, we have addressed that. So we not here babbling about other things. We stay relevant on where we at today. And we will never forget Sonya and the tragedy that happened to her and how she was and how that should have never happened. That is why we are talking about what we're talking about now, because leadership dictates. There are no bad teams. There are only bad leaders. And that's extreme ownership. if you don't believe that, look, subscribe to Extreme Ownership, and it will tell you that there are no bad teams, there are only bad leaders. And that is the philosophy of the Navy SEALs, who are the elite of our society and fight the battles that none of us could ever do. So I know some of them. So shout out to all of y'all who've done that in the Navy, and we appreciate y'all and thank you for your service. But to continue on what I'm saying is that even what we believe, and we believe that we need to, that if it's bad leadership that dictates how a country disseminates all the information, and anything that happens, good or bad, always is, it determines the leadership. I don't care what principle, whether you a pimp or a priest, you religious or atheist, the everything that happens, good or bad, always hedges on the leadership, right? Because where the head is, everything follows. Leadership flows from the head down. So I don't care what you believe underneath. If it's the beliefs on who on top that everybody has to live out. And so that's why when I say, like, and even to our point, to niggas who made a lot of good comments, a lot I don't agree with, but still, I appreciate your opinion on how you feel and your stance, and that's needed, because it is an uncomfortable conversations, and uncomfortable conversations is where growth occurs, right? And when we can talk about things that don't make us feel good inside, that is where we grow. So niggas, I appreciate you, even though I don't agree with a lot of what you said, but I appreciate your difference of opinion being here tonight, and I respect how you feel. With that being said,
thanks for tuning in. Thank you.
We have to vote, and I said it if maybe you didn't get it before. We all, when it comes to this, it's voting your conscience, bro. It's voting your conscience. Whatever you feel, whatever morals, values, and statutes that you stand on, that is how you vote. And everything else, everybody else has to do their own research, right? Because like a lot of people don't even know about Sandra, and they go into the ballot box, and that ain't even weighing into their decisions on who they voting for.
Donald Trump just said he's going to give the police federal immunity, which can a president do that?
And so many presidents make always political. And when we in an election year, candidates make political promises.
They dog whistle. They know who they're speaking to, and there's a portion of the country that does not care that Sonia Massey was murdered in cold blood the other night. And when he says that, it resonates with them. We don't care they killed that black woman. You know, that's what resonates, and that's who he's dog whistling. That's who he's trying to bring out to vote for him. He's going, look what I'm going to do. I want to let them kill all the niggas. And they go, oh, I'm going to vote for him. He's dog whistling them. And that's why it's so dangerous. His rhetoric is so dangerous. And that's why I step on Trump every chance I get. Every chance they give me. And again, I'll say, just for the people who think like me, I could never vote. I can't vote my conscience. There isn't a candidate that speaks to my conscience. So every time Randy says that, I kind of chuckle, because I'm like, who my conscience? Biden? Kamala? Bernie Sanders? Bill Clinton? Obama? Nobody was my conscience. So I cannot vote my conscience in no election that I've ever seen. What I can do is vote against people who have my best interests, who have my worst interests at heart. I can vote against people who are trying to set my people back. I can vote against people who have a more deliberate approach to my extinction. Like, I think Joe Biden is just as racist as Donald Trump, maybe more. But I don't care about racism when it comes to election. Who's going to run the country the right way? Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Carter. What's the nigga name that came up after Kennedy? Jimmy
Carter.
They did all the civil rights laws.
Who came after who?
Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson.
After Lyndon B. Johnson.
Did all the civil rights laws. He was one of the most racist presidents we ever had. But he knew what was important to keep the nation together. So he passed all these civil rights bills for the niggers. But he did it because it was going to keep the country together. I don't care if you're right. I don't care if you racist. Are you going to do what's right? So I think Biden racist. I think Trump racist. I don't think Kamala is. I don't fucking know. But what are you willing to do in our best interest? And that's where we at. And I want to look a little bit into these comments.
We moving on to the don't. We going on to the don't be dumb. We made the point. Vote your conscience. Every political candidate stands or stand on the issues that they believe will get them to the goal line that they going after, right? So that's what everybody need to understand, that any politician is a politician.
Right, we're moving on. You're going back into the shit. We are moving on past this. You gotta have right now. We're moving on. And another thing.
We still here. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
If it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you're on a marathon, so.
And people on the marathon, I looked up at the Olympics. I know Randy want to talk about the Olympics in general. I want to start it with the first thing I saw. I was at a hookah bar, sipping, smoking, celebrating B-days and shit. I looked up and I saw Snoop with the Olympic torch. And I was like, is that Uncle Snoop with the Olympic torch in Paris? Is he
Negroes in Paris? Jay-Z and Kanye made a song about this years ago. Go ahead.
I was floored. I was like, young, you gotta be kidding me that Snoop Dogg is carrying the Olympic torch. Now, of course, I was very, very happy about it. But I was just like shocked, like, this is crazy that this can happen. And I look at the black presence in the Olympics, the new NBA basketball team, the black women, the WNBA players who are participating. It's just like I just hear it and I just got it. I just feel it, man.
One song only.
Yeah, niggas, we heard it.
So I ball so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. First niggas gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy. I don't know that don't shit phase. And that's we go. Oh, 82 when I look at you like this shit crazy.
Man, it's so crazy to niggas in Paris, man.
Negroes in Paris. Snoop Dogg.
It's like the dream team, the ladies team. We got Coco Gauff was there. Simone Biles was injured and still did her thing
today. Let's give her props. Shout out to Coco. Young black woman won her first match in the Olympics today.
Let's go
Coco. Balling in Paris, yes. And on top of that, Simone Biles.
Moving the next BK. Also hard motherfuckers wanna find me. That shit great.
So
niggas, what do you like? You've hated everything we've talked about tonight. What do you like? What do you like?
Why not niggas in Ghana? I love that song. The Olympics are in Paris. They're not in Ghana. And
we do, and we will. But look, Simone Biles on top of that.
Shut up sometimes. Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up, niggas.
On the quality, and she still did the qualification. All of y'all who watching the Olympics, y'all know who Simone Biles is, and she was awesome. When we talking about the Olympics, I'm gonna tell you what was probably like every country is spoiled Africa resources, niggas, everybody. But anyway, Snoop Dogg was doing the interview. He was
come back next week too.
Yeah, right. You better show up again talking all this shit tonight. But
I want to see you every week.
Right. She was like Carissa. Be a fan. Snoop Dogg, I'm loving that Snoop Dogg. I'm watching the opening ceremony. The opening ceremony is so great, in which everybody watches, right? The opening ceremony of Paris, you want to watch the torch where it go through. And I love Paris. Paris, I love you. Anybody watching from France right now, y'all showed me so much love when I was there that I didn't want to leave, and I could come back there and move there. That y'all was great because y'all treated me well. I love you, Paris. Moving on.
Niggas will fry your ass for saying that.
I don't care. Y'all go there, like whatever experience y'all have, that's on y'all. I went to Paris. Paris was good to me. If y'all go to Paris and it's bad to you, it's on you. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I met a lot of black people.
Lusting mega bums.
I met a lot of black people in Paris who I had a marvelous time with, and they showed me a marvelous time in Paris.
That's what we talking about the Olympics. I might give a fuck about Paris. I'm with niggas now.
We still talking about, because the Olympics. We talking about the Olympics. And if y'all didn't see the opening ceremony, the fact that Snoop Dogg is on the Olympics. Snoop Dogg is a commentator on the opening ceremony, and I'm watching this, and Snoop is high as all get out, and you know he is. And if y'all hadn't watched this, Google the interview with Snoop talk to Simone Biles' mom. And Simone Biles' mom was like, she was waiting to see Snoop. She was like watching back. She was like, oh yeah, I saw you, Snoop, and you ain't even speak to me. I was waiting to see you. Like, she called him out so hard. Like, she was waiting on her moment, and she called Snoop out, but Snoop was so fried. Like, he was like, "That's a D-O-double-G, baby. Let's call Simone up and let's get it popping." Right? And he added to me, like, it was a sort of, he ghettofied it a bit. I don't know if that's a word. He is. I don't know if that's a word, but we made it. It's one of us it's somebody who looked like me, who came from where I came from, who hadn't graduated, who don't have a college degree, who don't look like the white millionaires and the billionaires who helped put this Paris and Olympics and everything together. We got a black Negro from Inglewood with a mic on the top, and I don't care. Call him what you call him. But look, he in there, and he's getting a paycheck to be there. He ain't just there for free.
And let me sum it up, take it full circle. The LeBron showed his ass today in the game. Kevin Durant showed his ass. Who was Steph Curry hit a 3 at the buzzer to end the game. That was an excellent display. We took it to the Joker in his home country, and I think that we can continue to do that, and I'm looking forward to it. Jason Tatum didn't play today, but that's just how deep the Team USA is. Kevin Durant came back and kind of got his time. I watched
the whole game. LeBron showed.
I didn't cut it on till you text me.
Yeah, him and Durant came. Kevin Durant, KD, home DMV. We love you, man. And KD he did something that he hadn't even done ever. Nobody's done in the Olympics like what he's done. He came out that he hadn't done in his career. Came out and scored 20 straight unanswered points.
And then he didn't miss a shot. The first 8 shots.
He did not miss a shot. And I watched the whole game. And these are brothers who are going over the whiteness. But it's a basketball game, right? We talk about a basket. It ain't black or white. This is a basketball game. And he did his thing. And then LeBron James, who everybody calls the old man and all this and that, LeBron had 9 assists.
A near triple-double.
He ran this.
Yeah, it was a near triple double. He as soon as you texted LeBron balling, I was like, let me cut this shit on, and he looked great out there, man. And shout out to the whole Team USA, everybody representing.
Yeah.
And
let me say this. Let me end the Team USA with this, because especially for men who want recognition and feel and know that you're good and sometimes feel like you're not recognized. Tyler Halliburton did not play 1 minute today in this game. Has not played. I'm not even sure if he's played in the Olympics yet.
He played. They said Jason Tatum was the only dude that didn't play.
Okay, well
I thought you said that. Okay.
Maybe not, but he ended when LeBron and Kevin Durant came off the court. At that point, Tyler had not. I don't think he played this game. I don't know any other games that he played in. He didn't play in this game and had not played a minute up until this point. But when both of them was coming to check out, he was the first person off of the bench high-fiving them. Right. And
so niggas, that's how you need to be. You need to be off the bench high-fiving us. You the 12th man, can't get in the game, and all you doing is yelling and cussing and kicking over Gatorade. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We're tired of reading your little dumbass comments. Come back next week, though. You're more than welcome to come back. But for the rest of the night, you shut the fuck up. And having said that, we can go on to Netflix and chill. Where's my little Netflix and chill dropping? Maybe this will scare this motherfucker off.
Netflix and chill. What does that even mean?
Hey, niggas, just be respectful. Show your opinion. Just stay respectful, man. We appreciate your opinion. We will
don't appreciate your opinion. I'm not running for public office. This is my podcast. Shut the fuck up.
Only thing we ask, be respectful. Especially if you want somebody to take your comment serious, you cannot give a negative comment and expect somebody.
Hey, a troll. It's a troll. You're trying to have an intelligent conversation with somebody whose sole purpose is just to be. She's adding to the show. I'm not even mad.
All right, let's move on. Thank you, Clarissa. You got it.
He is adding to the show, so I'm not mad. But I'm gonna talk shit back.
I appreciate you showing up. Let's go. What's the next one? Nipsey Hussle Award.
We get a Nipsey Hussle Award to niggas. They get the Nipsey Hussle Award. Come on, round of applause there.
You won tonight. And we ain't calling you trash. We giving you an award, niggas.
All right, man. Did you watch Cobra Kai yet?
Nope.
I
ain't had time, man. You know what my schedule been like. I don't even know why
I watched this on a flight.
I want to see it.
Yeah. Well, they only released 5 or 6 episodes. So I watched it leading up to Costa Rica, and then I think I watched everything. Then I got back the rest of it. So that shit is great. This last season is shaping up to be everything I wanted to be. So I'm loving it. I have stumbled upon a show. Actually, you told me about it, I think, and a couple other people. And I skipped around because you told me to go to the mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
I am watching Presumed Innocent.
Oh man, the season finale was last week.
I didn't see it. I didn't get that far. I'm like on episode 3. Episode 3. God. So we're not talking about that. But
no, we're not.
I'm telling you, I am loving this show. I'm like, man, the show. It's like a real pretty woman. The way the show sucks you in. You know, press play. Press play. The show really sucked me in. And it did the two-hand twist. But this is a great show. It sucked me in all the way. And I really enjoy the show. Is niggas still talking?
Stop. Don't keep going. The show was good. That was good.
Yeah.
You think your boy does. Go ahead.
So yeah, man, I'm loving that Presumed Innocent. I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna finish that out probably over the next couple of days if I can. But that's what I'm watching. It has my full attention, is because that show just so far so good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Look, I've finished it in its entirety, and like me, I'm always on cerebral shows, right? So, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor. Like I love, like he really embodies every job. Like if you look at all of his movies, like he owns. Like I think like him and Denzel. When I watch any of their movies, like they are the people that, like, I watch their stuff and I'm like, I feel their craft. You can see that they respect what they do so much that they give what they have to that. And those are the movies that speak to me, because the actor has poured so much into themselves to pour into the viewers that it comes across when you're watching it. And anytime you see Jake Gyllenhaal in any movie, and I say the same thing for him and Denzel, you see that they are dedicated to their craft. And this is well written. It's not just man, like it is well written. You got the family dynamics, and what I love about it too is that it is about a man who's flawed, right? He's skilled, but he's flawed, right? And then it's about how people make unconscious biases and judgments off of what they think they know, nigga. What they think they know, niggas. And they say stuff on what they believe that they know. They are experts in that corner, niggas, and they're not. But they still want to tell people how they feel and want people to feel like they feel, niggas, and it's has nothing to do with anything, right? Because if you don't respect, and the thing that
let's move on. You about to go into a whole deep dive.
I'm still talking about presumed innocent.
Wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
Okay, let me wrap it up. Still talking about presumed innocent. And presumed innocent is the thing, the concept why it's well directed is that presumed innocent is something that none of us do. None of us do this. I don't care who says that, none of us do this. The fact, anytime that we hear that somebody has been accused of anything, we don't presume them innocent. They guilty until we find information to say that.
All right, man. We talking about a TV show, man. You doing
I'm
too
talking
much,
about that is a TV show.
Good job. Watch the show.
No, that's the TV show, and I'm still talking about the TV show. And if you watch the TV show, everybody on there was judging this man as being guilty. He was never presumed innocent. That's the whole point. That's why the show is so great, because this guy he was never presumed innocent.
I want you to stop. I think you about to start giving away shit. I ain't saying nothing. You on the line. You on the line. The show is great. I'm only on episode 2 or 3, and
when you get to the end, it's gonna blow your mind. That's all I gotta say.
That's why I watched it. That's why I'm watching it, because everybody told me the finale was so amazing and it blew everybody's mind that I was like, oh shit. And that's the only reason I watched it. Because you told me to watch Mayor of Kingstown first. But when I saw how everybody responded to the finale, I had to go there. Because everybody was going crazy, like, this was the best finale ever. Like,
the finale blew my mind. I was like, what? And I'm a cerebral guy, so it is when you fool me and I have no idea, like that's when it's an awesome show. And the only other show that has done that in the last 10 years has been the what's the other one I told you on Netflix right now? The 2 seasons, The Judge.
The Judge. Yeah, you was right about The Judge. I know Clarissa was watching The Judge too. So you was 100% right about. I'm taking all your TV recommendations. Anything you take about the show, I'm watching.
Your Honor, that's the name of it.
Your Honor.
That is the only when I say, like, when you get to the end of presumed innocent, the same way that Your Honor threw you off, like this presumed innocent is.
I'm looking forward to it, and I might get to it tonight. You don't know.
Slam. The season finale blew my mind. That's right.
I thought this was very interesting on the musical front. When I heard this, I was like, huh. Interesting.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
I love that drop. But that's how you know we're about to start talking about music. Catherine Jackson loses battle to stop the sale of Michael Jackson's catalog. Catherine Jackson lost her appeal to stop the sale of Michael Jackson's music catalog to Sony Music, which she claimed violated the terms of his will. The appellate court ruled that she forfeited her chance to contest the sale last year, and that the estate's executors had the authority to negotiate the deal. The catalog value between 1.2 and 1.5 billion will see Sony Music Group paying the estate at least 600 million, so half the price. And that money will go, of course, to benefiting Jackson's kids and ensuring that his mother is taken care of for life. We know Mike didn't want his music with them, the same way Prince didn't want his music with Warner, and they both wound up dead, and they both wound up getting the music, both companies. I think this is a really, really bad thing. It sets a precedent that, you know, whenever our greats die, they just come and just take it. Like, how are they taking the music from the mother when she doesn't want to sell it? They're like making her sell it. And who the fuck were the executors? And why were they going behind Catherine's back creating deals? It's bad, man. I don't like it. And I got my own feelings about Mike. I'm not sure everything was on the up and up. I don't want to get into all that shit, but I do question certain things. But what I hate is that our legends, theoretically, metaphorically, turning over in their graves, knowing that the exact thing they didn't want to have happen is now fucking happening. Oh no, man. Sorry, Mike. Sorry, Prince.
And I'm gonna say it's because, in my profession, I handle trust in estates, and I sit down and talk with financial planners and people like that a lot. And when it comes down to wealth, you have to have trusted advisors you have to have trusted advisors that are looking out for your best interests in your family. And when I hear, and I am absolutely going to use this case on clients that I'm closing. And it's sad, but it's a point to be remembered, that it doesn't matter what acclamation that you have to your name, or how the dollar signs that are assigned to your net worth. If you don't have trusted advisors looking out for your money, you can lose your whole legacy of everything that you worked for, everything that you built. Your family will never, you can die and nobody in your family will ever benefit from anything that you did. Only the greedy people who signed you to the deal, the record companies, the distributors, and all the people that you did business with are the only people who will benefit. So I tell all the time, have a living will, a living trust, and get trusted advisors. When you set somebody up, make sure that whoever you set up to be the trustee, and the trustee means I trust thee, trust you, that you will take care of the wealth to make sure that it is distributed properly to every generation that follows me, right? And when I heard this story and I read it, the first thing that came to my mind was like, who was the trustee? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Because that's who this is all on. This is all whoever MJ made the trustee. That's who this all, and I don't think he had one because they've done some probate stuff. And anytime that you go through probate means that there is somebody contesting the will. That means that you didn't have a trustee. You may have had a living will, but if you can, a living will only won't escape probate, because people can protest that if you do not have a trustee assigned to everything. So let this be a lesson to anybody who have any level of wealth. And look, I'm just a thousandaire, and I have a living will and trust, right? That so I know if I go tomorrow that my two sons, my two young kings, are gonna have everything that I want them to have, everything that I built for them to that I've accomplished, that they can benefit from. I've ensured that it will get to where it will get to them. Period. And that's mine.
Perfect. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this week. We had a lively show this week.
We did.
I would just say going forward, the Olympics have started, so make sure you tune into the Olympics. WNBA is still going. I'm still a huge WNBA fan. It did not wear off, so I'll be watching. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching that. The NFL training camp has started, so football season is like right there. Randy, are you in our fantasy football league?
I'm a commissioner of my own league. You already know this. We'll talk about this offline, man. I was in your league before. No, there you go. But I already got my tickets the opening day.
Okay.
Giants, I'm there.
Okay.
Hey, look, man, you want to come up? We still got another seat on the bus. We got 3 more seats left.
Okay.
Yeah, club level, 170. And you in there.
Shit. Okay.
All right, we'll talk offline.
We'll talk offline.
My number one fan.
Hell yeah. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I want to remind you that this is, again, the second half of the year. We're going into the month of August, which we all now know is Black History Month. So make sure you celebrate your Black history as we go into August. Make sure that you have your goals right in front of you.
Even though you can't comment, Bama.
Just on timeout. It was the selection that said
you'll be back next week. Come back next week, niggas.
Yeah, you'll be back. I think it's just to the end of the broadcast. But do your best this week, man. Everybody impress yourself this week. Just impress yourself this week. Get up a little bit earlier. It's a little workout in it. If it's just a little walk around the block. Eat the best you could eat. Limit your vices, and have a solid ass week. And so when you get to the end of the week, you can go, yeah, I did that. So next Sunday night when we record and you're watching us live, or next Monday when you're listening to what we did Sunday night and you're listening, and I say, how was your week? Did you kill it? Did you do what you wanted to do? You can listen to it and you can be like, goddamn right. I got the A. I didn't get a C. I didn't get a D. I didn't get a B. I got the A. And having said that, man, any last words for the people, Randy?
Hey, my last words are following what New said. My 2 words for everybody this week is have fixed purpose.
Ooh, I like that.
Fixed purpose.
I like that.
So whatever you purpose to get done this week, fix your mind on that before the week start. I always start my week, and then we did it with my Uber driver. We went to Brit joint, and I told you my routine that I do my 3 things, right? My three things my sticky notes that I make. That's my fixed purpose. That I write down 3 things that I want to accomplish before my day gets started. So those 3 things will get done that day. That's my fixed purpose. And then I'm accomplished that day because I set out what I intended to do. So my 2 words for you this week is fixed purpose.
I like it. Let me type that in here just so people can see it because I like that shit. Fixed. Okay, now everything in the way I can't type. Now I look for harder like, what's taking so long? You can't spell?
Clarissa already in there. She already got it. You could have just highlighted her comment.
All right, y'all. I'm about to get ready for House of the Dragons because this is supposed to be a legendary episode. I think this is
we
the
got
penultimate
Dragons fighting.
episode.
I can't wait.
Yeah, man. And you know, one of the dragons black. He's a niggas. One of the dragons is a niggas. So we're gonna see. And I need to cook dinner while
that's my
doing
avatar.
that.
The sea snake is my avatar.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I wish you all a great, amazing week. I feel like we should get out of here with some feel good vibes, some feel good music.
Can we do Lenny?
Oh man. Okay.
Can I get stuck in the middle? Stuck in the middle.
There we at. Hold on. You would not believe how many stuck in the middle songs there are.
I am stuck in the middle. I'm stuck in the middle. I'm stuck in the middle. I don't want to be in the middle no more. Get me out the middle. All fans y'all watching, get me out the middle. I don't want to be stuck in the middle. Nobody won't get me out stuck in the middle.
Into my body, I can't let go. You are the reason why I kept on searching.
Hey man, we love you.
Oh man, you stuck. Deep in my heart. Well, y'all heard it. Looked like new. Somehow he lost it. So, hey, all kickbackers, we love y'all. Fixed purpose. Keep it on your mind, your heart. Let's do it this week. And we'll see y'all next Sunday.